brother cried, that was the first night his mother died. They said that money would change me, but I ain't changing. I love the streets, but they hate me. For my brothers never changing. Watch all your partners ain't friends, they be friends, I'll be snaking. Thought I was tripping when I had forgave him. Yeah, I was crazy. I will never speak up on a beat unless you pay me. Remember when all you was faking? Now you fans, I've been counting.
Cheers. So cheers. So this guy told me the other day that when you cheers, if you don't look people in the eye, you're gonna have bad sex for 7 years.
Yes, I feel like I've also told you that.
No, you've never said that. Cause I'm like, that's absurd.
I've never heard it.
I always look people in the eye when I cheers them.
So that you won't have bad sex for 7 years?
Of course.
So how do you cancel it out? Because I don't think I've looked people in the eyes.
You don't. Okay. Well, have you had some bad sex?
No.
Okay, then. Yeah. I don't know nothing about that because I don't have that issue.
Okay.
No, I ain't sober. I'm just saying, like I ain't had bad sex, and I don't be looking people in the eye when I cheers them.
See?
So.
Well, you could be having better sex. Think about it that
so
way.
it's actually the other way around then. It's if you don't look them in the eye, then you're not having the best sex that you could have.
No, I've heard it. My mom told me that.
No, but I'm saying that would be, since you're saying it could be
my mother told me that. Yes, yes.
Well, cheers. We're gonna cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you,
everybody.
ladies. Looking in the eyes. Right on.
Something wrong with y'all.
What you mean?
Oh gosh. Okay. So welcome. I'm your girl Bonnie Banks.
I'm Millie Rock on any block.
And you guys are tuned into Smart Mouth. We're here with DJ Sturgess.
What you mean? What's up?
From, what are you, media personality?
Media personality. Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay. Media personality of B103.
Yep.
And now you're out in Milwaukee, syndicated.
Yeah.
All right, what
God
other
is
titles? You are entrepreneur, business owner of What You Mean.
Yeah. Entrepreneur, business owner, shit, Sauce God. Just
not Sauce God. Okay.
Yeah, man. Just general all around, just like the sauce is just really what it is. That's all it is, like the whole shit.
So how does one become the Sauce God?
How did I get that day?
Oh, somebody gave you that name.
Yeah. Somebody gave me that name. Actually, it was a girl in college.
Okay.
Most beautiful girl I've ever laid my eyes on up until that point.
Okay.
Never forget that. Like I remember like meeting her, and I was thinking to myself like, dang man, she fine as hell. Like, I wanted to talk to her, but I was thinking to myself, I was still really insecure back then.
Okay.
So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna get this girl. You know? So I never tried to shoot my shot, but years passed, we ended up connecting. And I was fortunate enough to take her out on a date. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing. So I really took her on a date that she had never been on before. It was just a date in the park or whatever. But I had the hot wings, you know what I'm saying? I had the lemon pepper, I had the hot with the lemon pepper sprinkle.
Okay.
Had the Hennessy too. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, we was
together.
We was
you know how to put a date together.
Yeah, of course. Sauce.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? And actually she gave me that name. But she was like, that was the best date I had ever been on. Like, this beautiful girl. So I knew that she had plenty of dudes taking her places and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, where? She was like, yeah, you have so much sauce. And then like, what's crazy is how we ended up reconnecting. Like when we first like started talking or whatever, I had actually told her that I wrote something about her. I used to write. I used to just write. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Like a little poem?
No, it wasn't no poem,
Okay.
but I just write dope shit. You know what I'm saying? So like in college, especially in college, I was really doing that. So I had wrote something about her, so I sent it to her. And like that was probably one of the best things I had ever wrote about a female up until that point again.
Right.
And yeah, so all that put together, she was like, you were a sauce guy. That's what she called me. And like legit, like she called me Sauce God, and like whenever she would text me, she'd be like, "What's up, Sauce God?" And it just started. I was like, you know what? Damn,
that's me.
Yeah, that really is me. You know what I'm saying? And like really, what the sauce is like I realized that we all have something special about ourselves. Everybody walking the face of this planet. Everybody got a superpower somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You just have to figure out what that is about you. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to take that and magnify that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You could be media talent, you could be a teacher, doctor, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or like just you being the best you in all forms of your life, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be extra, it's just about you being the best you, because that's enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the sauce is, you know what I'm saying?
So Sturgess, tell me, being a media personality, what's your superpower?
What's my superpower? Straight up, honestly, it's the sauce all the way around. Like that's why they call me Sauce God, because like legit, like the sauce is everything. Like being in media, you know, like I was the kid who was watching Rap City. I was watching Tig on Rap City every day. I was watching 106 in Park every day, and I was watching Sports Center. A lot of kids was watching, you know, a whole bunch of cartoons, watching Dragon Ball Z. I tried to watch Dragon Ball Z just so I could engage in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I was just like, my mom took me to the grocery store. Okay, let me go ahead and go to the magazine section real quick, get this new Source, new XXL. As we walk around, I'm gonna read this shit because I know you probably ain't gonna buy it for me. So we good, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me. You know, like I just like everything I make money off of right now. That was what I was really into as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And like that's really what it is, man. You know, it's just the sauce. Drip.
Personally, we consider ourselves media personalities as well, right?
Absolutely.
And you're saying like when you were younger, you already knew you were gonna be a media personality. So for me, like I felt like this was an unobtainable goal. So for you, why or who was your inspiration that made you feel like, okay, I could definitely be a media personality?
I didn't decide to be a media personality until I was 16, my junior year of high school. Because up until that point, I was like, I'm going to play pro football. Because I have a cousin that played pro football, and that's like she had my big brother. You know, he holds 8 Super Bowl records. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was just one of my childhood heroes. So I was like, man, you know what, man? This is my dude. And me and him used to have to share the same bed. You know what I'm saying? So he did it. I could do it too. And I was really talented in football, but I didn't have the work ethic. You know, and my junior year, it was like, yo, this is really not going to happen for you because you don't want to work for it. So I had to think about what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I was like, I'm not going to be a doctor because I ain't trying to go to school for no 10 plus years.
Right.
I'm not going to be a lawyer because I'm not the type to dress up in a suit and tie every day. I mean, I can do it, but I don't want to do it.
Right.
You know, so I was like, what can I do every day for the rest of my life? I said, I can talk about music all damn day. And legit, I was in class too. I think it was like a business class. So, you know, we had the computers up in there. So I was like, okay, shit, cool. And I just Googled, what do you have to major in to be a radio personality? I just legit Googled it, found out what it was, and then from there, you know, it's junior year, so you going into your senior year, you looking at schools. I just made sure every school that I looked at had the communications program, and that's it. As far as like inspiration, I could say people like P.D. Green and Howard Stern. What's crazy is, even though I was crazy about sports, crazy about football, the Howard Stern movie. I saw that as a kid, and it just stuck with me. I used to always watch it every time it would come on. I was like, damn, man, you know something? Because it just looked so intriguing. And then P.D. Green's movie, Talk to Me, which was played by Don Cheadle. You know, that's another radio movie. You know what I'm saying? And I was always watching it. Every time it would come on TV, like I just fell in love with it. So those two really, of course, and Tigger. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Tigger every day, doing that, and like we didn't understand that we was watching history being made, you know, and AJ and Free, you know what I'm saying, and Roxy and Terrence J, you know what I'm saying, like we didn't understand it, but I was like, damn, man, that shit do look fun.
It do. I remember watching Roxy and being like, I want to be her, I can do her, I can do that, I can totally do that. Get dressed up and talk to you guys and entertain you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying, you know, and everybody was just having a good time, and then like, we get to talk about music, and I get to kick it with the top artists in the game too in the process. Shit, that just seemed like the move for me. So like I didn't understand it at the time, but you know, down the line I was like, wow, you know what? That's what it was.
That's crazy. I kind of had like similar like epiphany my junior year. Like I was like, okay, I really love basketball. You know, loved playing basketball. I was good at basketball, but I was like, no, being 5'2". Do I think I'm gonna go to the NBA?
Are you gonna do it? Are you
I
gonna
was
make
like,
it?
WNBA. No, that doesn't sound like me. Like I'm like, I like that. I love basketball. Like I love watching it and everything like that. But I was like, I don't know if I'll play it professionally. Most I wanted to do was like use basketball to get to college for free. You know, and then as you know, like by like I feel like your sophomore year in sports, like you know, if you're gonna get recruited, like really heavily.
Facts.
So I was kind of like those options weren't coming in really heavy. Like I did have some people recruiting me, but it wasn't like really heavy. And I was like, okay, well, I really did like seeing like the news and everything like that. Like I've always been told like I was nosy, you know, and I really always thought like I can't live without basketball. You know, I can't live without sports. So how can I be a part of it still? And I kept seeing like, you know, ESPN and stuff, and I was like, I could do that. I could do that. I like to talk. I like to interview people. I like to story tell. I can do that. And then applied and like auditioned to my school at O'Fallon, Illinois, and I applied to be a anchor. And like we had to like read the prompter and everything like that. And that was how I first learned to read prompter.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of hard.
Yeah.
And you know, we just do like birthday announcements, after school sport announcements, and I was like, okay, some of y'all names is crazy. And I just realized that your parents don't care about you. But that's cool, that's cool. But yeah, it's interesting to like hear your story and like hear the similarities, like how like you kind of come to be leader personalities.
Yeah.
We got to work alongside each other.
Yes, we did.
For a little bit, and you worked behind the screen for Big Tig.
Yeah.
Right? And you've always told me the story about how you were in Columbus, and then you ended up at B103 or Macon. You were in Macon, and you ended up at B103. What happened?
I was already at the station. You know what I'm saying? I finally got enough gumption to ask the program director for an audition, and he shook his head no before I even finished my sentence. So I was like, okay, so this is not gonna work here, so I gotta go venture out. So it was a station down in Macon. I started reaching out to all the stations, really in the state, really that was local, and even another station that was close by. But the program director at Blazing 92.3 in Macon is cool. The program director at B103. The blessing is they used to broadcast from the car and bike show. So like a little while after this happened, we had the car and bike show, and they was there. So I said, you know what? I done already reached out to dude. I can have a face to face. So what's up? I walked up to him. We chopped it up. You know what I'm saying? You know. And like, of course, he was just like, yeah.
Right.
You know, like that. Cool. But the thing is, though, like he was really paying attention to me. He was like, yeah, you know, okay, cool. We'll chop it up, whatever. And then we did. He had me come down there to Macon, and I thought I'm going for a real life interview audition. Yo, I may be leaving the station. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I was just producing on 1380 WLK, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave or whatever like that. And he set up an audition. Cool, did that. It was a Friday night, overnight. Did that. I think I did good, but I didn't do my best. Right. I know I didn't do my best because it was my first time. I was nervous. Right. All that. You know, so he called me a few days later, and I was still working 2 jobs, working at the station. I had an office job at a warehouse in McDonald's. So he called me like towards the end of my shift, and I'm outside talking to him. And he's like, yeah, man, you know, I think like really, the only thing I can really offer you right now is like an internship or whatever. I was just like, you know, internship. I'm thinking, well, I done already intern. What is this? He was like, nah.
Intern don't pay these bills.
Yeah. Yeah, but really he explained it to me and told me, you know what, you're going to be on the air, but I just can't pay you. I was like, okay. Like in that moment, like I had that moment to do it. And I was just like, you know what? A part of me was saying, nah. But another part of me was saying, it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's better than nothing. So I said, all right, cool. I'm going to take that. And I did overnights in Macon for 6 months. And what's crazy is every night I would drive down there.
How far was it?
From Macon is like an hour and a half from Atlanta. But I was down in McDonough, which is already south. Right. You know what I'm saying? So leaving from McDonough, it's like an hour. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I done worked all day because my show was on a Friday, so I done did the station. Right. I done did my office job down in McDonough from 2:30 to 11. That's what time I got off at 11. Then I got to go all the way down to Macon and then drive back. You know, so
and you were doing that every weekend.
Every Friday.
Jeez.
Every Friday, and wasn't getting paid. But what's crazy is like I would always pray after every show. Like I would get to my car, and what's crazy is like the station's downtown. So when you walk out of the building that the station's in, it just opens up. Like it just opens clean up, right? But it's pitch black dark. Cause I would get up there at 4 in the morning. Yeah. So it's pitch black dark. So I'm like always like you know what I'm saying? Like for real, because I don't know somebody.
Is Macon really that like crazy area?
Macon's not. Macon is not, but it's just like the surrounding areas. Cause I went to Fort Valley State, which is right by Macon. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's like the country. So
yeah, you just a little scared. A little bit.
I mean, somebody can run up on you. That's all. So you know, but you know, I always get to my car, pray, and like every now and then, like I would just hear something say in my mind. This God telling me like 6 months. He would just say 6 months. I ain't know what it meant. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I would just hear it like every now and then. And 6 months.
6 months that happened.
6 months. And real talk, program director. He was like, he looked at me. know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, man, you know, I've been seeing your growth, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna make it happen.
So when do you stop doing things for free as a media personality? Because you know that is a good opportunity because it's like I can be on air, but of course I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
So like, when do you say no?
Well, I mean, you say no to something free when you know that it's not benefiting you, it's benefiting them, because you'll get to a certain point where they want you to do it.
Right.
But
Because of who you are.
yeah,
Right.
but the thing is, you're benefiting them more than they're benefiting you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't pay me. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, if I don't work to get my brand to where it is and my name to where it is, I can say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can say no, but like at the end of the day, if you want to say no, make sure that you know what, you're the one that's benefiting the most. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay to say yes. It's okay to work for free still, but make sure that that's a situation that's gonna benefit you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't get nothing out of it, why do it? You know what I'm saying? And then like as media personalities, at the end of the day, it's so much that you're still doing for free. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's not monetizing off what they're doing, especially like content wise.
Right,
yeah.
It takes a minute for you to monetize off of that. So, you know, it's a lot that you're already doing for free. You know what I'm saying? When y'all have to edit these videos and upload stuff and set up and all of that, y'all not getting paid for that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have somebody in here doing it, but then you would have to pay them.
Right.
But sometimes you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do it on your own. Just like me, any content that I release, I'm editing myself. You know, so I went out my way to get, you know what I'm saying, a friend of mine to put these programs on my computer, add more RAM, all that shit for me to have Adobe and the whole shit for me to go in and edit, do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like I just released the interview today. Shout out to Big Stunt. I just released the interview with him. I had to do all that on my own. I had to record it on my own on Zoom. Then I had to make the cover for it to promote it. You know what I'm saying? I had to chop down the audio. I had to edit the video. I had to do all of that on my own. It is what it is. So it's like if I'm already doing all of this for free right here, I'm not gonna take something that's for free just because you approached me with it. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna do something, let it do something to where I can benefit from it. Like it's an event that I'm doing in April. You know, so it's a 420 event. It's a cannabis conference event. I'm not getting paid for it, but I also have a business in the cannabis industry. So it's like, okay, it's still gonna help me out some other way, you know what I'm saying? So you can say no, you know what I'm saying, but just make sure at the end of the day you get what's for you. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's not always about dollars. Sometimes it's about
experience.
What is the payment? Like payment isn't always dollars.
Yeah.
It can be. Sometimes it's on the back end. Like okay, if you're doing this cannabis event, you know they might bless you with an ounce of something, or they might do something, put your foot in the door somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and like. We all coming from the bottom, so you know how hard it is to get yourself in them rooms. It's hard, but you know that once you get in certain rooms, you really ain't got to do too much.
Right,
because you already in there. So like once you walk into the room, oh, I don't know who this person is, but I want to talk to him because I know everybody can't get up in here.
Right.
So who is this person right here? You know, and that's the same thing, and that's really what.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you know, and I experienced that a lot in my career. You know what I mean? Like just doing it, you know, just keep working, just working. Like there's a lot of people that I couldn't get their attention when I was reaching out to them, DMing, whatever like that. At one point, I couldn't get their attention, but I kept doing what I had to do, and then fast forward, they already know my name. Yo, what's up, Sturgess? What's good? You know what I'm saying? You know, so
and that's when the price went up. Yeah. Because all those other times when you was doing it for free, now you can charge that extra fee back there.
Yeah, you know, and like, you know, being in the radio game, you know, especially in a city like Atlanta, you have to have a presence in the club. You know, especially if you're not on full time, and like getting in the club is not necessarily the goal for everybody, but it's a way to get you some money, you know what I'm saying? And that's extra exposure, you know, so that's what a lot of people are going for. And like I got into the clubs, and I remember auditioning for DJ gigs and getting it, but the club owner saying, yeah, but you know what, we can only pay you $25,000. But you like, hold on, you want me to DJ for how long, how many hours? Right. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm only getting that. Okay, that's really not working for me, you know what I'm saying? And like all those situations, and that happens a lot here in Atlanta. But then, you know, I worked my way up to a point where I was getting booked at the club every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? One day out the week, but I was consistently booked for over a year. In Atlanta, that's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's extremely hard. And at the end of the day, when I finally got to that point, I was the highest paid person who was paid to be there. You know what I'm saying? I was getting paid more than the DJ, and I didn't think that was right. But I was getting paid more than the DJ. I was getting paid way more than the other hosts. I didn't think that was right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. So like now that I have done that and I've shown that I can do that, I've hosted parties with Uncle Luke, with 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, with stars, you know what I'm saying, and then also having somebody like Tigger and being in the club with him every Friday night, you know what I mean? And I'm not getting paid to be there, but you know, I learned how to host parties from Tig. I learned that from him. Like, not only just you being on the mic, you rocking the crowd, but how you interact with people and the people that you bringing out that's there for you. If I got my little section at the end of the day, I gotta entertain the crowd, but I gotta entertain these people too. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like just knowing how to create an environment and an experience for everybody. You know what I mean? And just creating a vibe. So like off that alone, you know, like if somebody tried to book me in the club, I ain't taking no measly $100 and you want me up in there doing all of that, because I know what I bring. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that yes, you're gonna be tired. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be tired for free? You know what I mean? Shit, you already talk for everything else. Right. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, and it's a lot of people I know that's in the clubs that don't get paid what they should get paid, and I really do hope that changes, and I hope I play a part in that change. But at the end of the day, you know, hey, it is what it is. You just work your way there, and once you get there, you know what I'm saying. Another thing is, when you getting paid your money, you know what I'm saying, and they ask you how much for this, how much for that, tell them and stand on that. You know what I'm saying? You can be negotiable. It's cool to be negotiable, but understand at the end of the day, you came to me for a reason.
Right.
And you asked me what my price was for a reason.
Right.
So don't be looking all cross-eyed.
Right. You know my value. That's why you came.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can't pay me, okay, cool. You know what? We can't do no business right now. It's cool. We can catch up later down the line. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I feel like that's hard here in Atlanta though, because a lot of people I've experienced will just try to lowball you. Like, and you'll say like, okay, our price is this, and they'll be like, well, I have this and you have this, so I'm like, okay, well, you reached out to me.
Yes.
So I don't know what to tell you, but these are the prices, and like it's kind of like balancing. How do you balance the feeling of like, don't want to miss this opportunity, like what could this opportunity turn into? How do you balance that?
How you balance it is simple. You see what the opportunity is on the other side already. You already know what the opportunity is. If Coca-Cola come to you right now, Pepsi, Nike, Adidas, they come to you right now. Kanye West wants you in a Yeezy ad for Gap that's dropping this summer. He said, I can't pay you, but you,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing. It's the same thing. You already know what's on the other side. Like you already know, and not only that, it's like, you know, like when you constantly grinding, you know where you need to be. You know the people that you're trying to get close to.
You know where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know the rooms that you're trying to get into. If you're really paying attention and you really on top of your game, you already know. So at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? Damn, I do want to get booked in this club, but they don't want to pay me. But if I get up in there and I go do my thing, let this sauce drip, I know I can get close to this person right here who's the owner of the club. I know I can get right next to the head promoter, and then I can go ahead and work my magic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you already know the other side of it.
Right. Oh, okay. I felt like that was for me right there.
Yeah.
I felt like that was for me because I was going through it where I wanted to actually negotiate my rate with somebody because they lowballed me, and I was like, but that's not. When I think about all the things I have to do to get ready to get to you, this is my rate right here.
Yeah, but it's not. It's also that, but also at the end of the day, the most important point is you know what you bring to the table. Right. You know what you bring to the table, and I was taught from Tig, you know, over deliver. Always over deliver, and let them know that you're trying to over deliver. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to go out your way. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like in conversation or whatever, you know, just like, yeah, you know what? I like my goal is to always over deliver. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they want. You know, and you over delivering, that ain't you doing that's not you putting in extra work or nothing like that. You just are trying to make sure that you can keep that relationship going, so you can keep the money going, of course, and B, you can open up another relationship with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If you hosting somebody's event or whatever and you kick ass, man, you sauce dripping all over, everybody like, damn, who was that? It's somebody else in there who's saying the same shit that want to pay you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so true. Opportunity comes in all forms.
Yes, absolutely.
I just love them in Benjamins. Thank you.
Yeah, bootstraps. Yeah, need the bootstraps.
Okay.
Spirits in the phone. Remember them days, had to call up the fam on collect. I'm next. I won't forgive you, I'm unpayable debts. That's just how I'm finna step. Signing check, feeling blessed. VVS around my neck, these chains clanging when I step. Daddy, your homie, keep talking and you finna be next. I'm on your